honors to his and our holy and divine prophet, Noble Drew Ali, who did come to us in due time to bring us this old-time religion and everlasting gospel. The prophet came to a people who, in many cases, did not know they needed a prophet.
That's right.
There were those who said, what I'm being taught is not right, but I don't know what to do about it. I've heard some say that, and I hear some people say, well, a lot of those old Moors didn't even know that they didn't know.
Right.
Some knew that they didn't know, some didn't know that they didn't know. But the prophet came and he taught. He came and he taught us who we are. He came and he taught us who we are not.
Wow.
And he brought us a divine creed. It's not just about nationality. It's not just about it's about being who you are. That's what it's about. It's about being who we are. And we are Moorish American Muslims.
Wow.
We are citizens of these United States. And we are not second-class citizens of these United States. I give honor to everything that the prophet brought to us. I give honor to the Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America. I give honor to the questionnaire that the prophet brought us, and he called it a questionnaire. He didn't call it a one-on-one, and he didn't refer to the questions as he referred to them as questions. And I give honor to the laws, the Constitution and bylaws, the warnings that we read in every meeting. Islam. I give honor to the charter that bears on it the 10 wonders of the world. If you came to the history lesson today, you got a chance to see the old charter and the charter that we use now. That was changed by Prophet Noble Drew Ali. It was not changed by anybody who just said, well, I like it this way. I'm going to do this. The prophet changed it for a reason. I give honor to the succession of Grand Sheiks, Supreme Grand Sheiks, beginning with Brother Emilio and ending with our current Supreme Grand Sheik, Brother Braswell Bey. I give honor to my brother and sister Muslims, Sheiks, Sheikesses, visitors and friends. Islam.
Islam.
I am glad to be able to come forth and speak with you this evening. And I'm glad that it's Sisters' Evening.
That's right.
You bring a lot to the temple. Sisters are the makeup, so to speak, of our households. We teach the children. We're the child's first teacher. We're the child's, believe it or not, we're the child's first residents. We're the child's first residents. We share our bodies with our children for 9 months. In some cases, 10. And then it's up to us to raise them up the way that they should be raised. As Sister Tucker Hill was saying, we need to be the example for these children. We need to be the example for our children. We can't just be a do as I say, not as I do type of parent. The prophet said, the being thou hast produced, it is thy duty to support. He didn't say, well, you know, it would be nice if you supported that child. He didn't say that. He said, it is thy duty to support. And we need to know what supporting a child is. It's not just handing over some cash every 2 weeks. Oh, here, take this and take care of the children. It's also being involved in that child's life.
Islam.
It's also teaching that child, letting that child know that we support their ideas.
That's right.
And if they come up with a wrong idea or an idea that we think is wrong, we explain why. We don't say boy, you must be stupid, you think something like that. We can't do that. And sometimes that's done to our children. I was in the classroom. I heard parents talk to their children, and it wasn't always very nice. So we need to know how to raise our children. And guess what? The prophet told us how. He told us how. He talked to us about gratitude. Yes, he did, Sister Dalia. He taught us to be grateful. Gratitude was so important, he gave us a whole chapter. It's one of the shortest chapters in our pamphlet, but it is an important chapter. We as parents know that when we do something for our children and they just toss it aside, we don't want to we don't want to do anything for them again. You buy them a toy or something that you think that they might like, and I don't want this. I'd rather have the Barbie doll or whatever. You're saying, okay, this is an ungrateful child. But by our example, we need to show our children what gratitude is. Somebody give you a toothpick, fix that cavity, and you say, thank you, I really needed that toothpick because that cavity was hurting and it had something in it and I couldn't get it out. We also have to teach our children to know themselves. Thank you, Sister Howard. Thank you. We need to teach our children to know themselves. We need to teach our children that they are not Negroes, black people, colored folks, Ethiopians, porch monkeys, all of those things that we hear people call our children. I have a neighbor in Hazelcrest who lives 2 doors down from me, and he called my grandchildren porch monkeys. And they came in crying. And rather than go down there and tell them my babies ain't cold porch monkeys, I talked to my grandchildren and explained to them why someone would call them something like that. I taught them how it is their ignorance.
Right.
This doesn't make you a porch monkey just because somebody called you one. Just like it doesn't make you Negro, black, colored, jigaboo, and many other names that other people call us. It doesn't make us that because that's what they call us. What makes us that is when we act like that. We have to act like the prophet wants us to act. We have to be proud Moorish sisters. We have to be proud Moorish brothers too, although I don't know how to be a brother. But we have to be proud Moorish Americans. We have to teach our children to be proud of who they are because our education system wants to educate their Moorish American identity out of them. You go to school, and when I was growing up, the only other Muslims that I knew were my sister and brother, my sisters and my brother. We were the only Moorish American Muslims in that school. And there was one little girl that approached me. The brother knows what I'm about to say now. She said, Diane, I like you, but my mama said I can't play with you because you don't believe in God. It wasn't the little girl's ignorance, it was her mother's ignorance. But I didn't fight with, and I don't mean physically fight, but I didn't fight with the little girl to tell her, yes, I do believe in God, you just don't know who Jesus was. I mean, I could have gone there, but I didn't go there. I didn't go there. But it was sad to me that people don't pay enough attention to other people to find out what they do believe.